Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn. This is a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read today. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to all of you. Hope you're having a great day. If you should like anything from me, all my information is below in the details, as well as my website, twinflames3344.com. I also have a CD out there if you're interested. It's called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe. And you can check that out. It's only $1. It's a great way to support me. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. And share is really helpful to me. I have been getting YouTube affecting my likes and shares. They've been taking some people's subscribes away from them or unsubscribing them, and then taking some of my likes away from my videos. So if you notice that something's been unsubscribed, it's not me. Please go ahead and resubscribe. And like I said, as much as you can, if you can share, it's a really big help to me, especially if you like what I'm putting out there. Okay. So this is a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read. That means it affects the Divine Masculine, but also the masculine within the feminine. But it is more oriented towards that masculine energy. And it is a general read, so if something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 10:41 last night. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, 41 is the Ace of Cups, self-love, spiritual love, new love. And then at 10:51, 51 being the King of Swords, the Tao came up, Tao. And that can represent the Tao, but it also can represent a dowry, that kind of energy. The read was completed at 11:06 last night, which is 11 of Justice and 6 of the Lovers. The major arcana here were Solar Deity, which is the Sun, Justice, Ascension, Higher Self, and the Shadow. Ascension's like the world in this deck, and Shadow's like the devil. Before the read and after the read, because I always pull a few cards on either end and incorporate that into the read. It's like the underlying energy, and then going forward, what happens after the read. Before the read, we had Reflection, which is the Hermit, and Strength. And after the read, we had the Chariot come up. We had 4 swords, 1 pentacle, 1 cup, and that was it for the read. And that comes up as 411, which is that urgent information needed. There were no major court cards in the main body of the read, which is the SIRIAN Starseed deck, but the King of Swords did come up before the read. And then we had double 2s, double 3s, double 5s, and double 9s were most significant, the 5s and 9s, but we also double 8s as well. So 2, 3, 5, 8, and 9, all doubles, okay? 22 is the Fool, 33 is the Christ vibration, the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself. 55 is Excalibur, the Truth, the Ace of Swords. 88 is the 2 twins standing side by side, both balanced and dancing between their masculine and feminine, the 3D and the 5D. And the 99 of Compassion. You know, it's like the 11th hour before 100. And then we also had 23 of the King of Wands, 35 of the 8 of Wands, which also can be the Arrows of Love. 58, which is the 4 of Swords, the 5D connection between the 2 in meditation. 89 being the Phi energy of expansion and contraction, because it's not 98 degrees, it's 89, the reflection of that, either too hot or too cold, expanding outside of your normal range. We also had 9-10, begin again and again and again. And there were no numbers on the code line in this read. And the code line was all about spiritual partnership and parenting, which isn't just parenting your children, it's parenting yourself, your inner child, and parenting your parents when they get ill. So the egg came up right away for me. But there was a couple different versions here. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is coming up here. The egg, of course, that has to do with the baby and the nest, and of course Jesus. And 'twas the DNA strand and the chakra system coming up here. in a show of power up of the Sophia, the collective divine feminine energy, and divine justice regarding to contaminate, to cripple, to cripple someone, to cripple the spiritual partnership or the parenting or your ability to parent. And that may be too if you're over parenting, right? Being overprotective or over controlling, you may get a little bit of like contamination or crippling your ability to do what you're doing because you're doing too much of one or the other. That could be coming up here as well. The old woman, the mother, was coming up here. Pine trees were coming up, and of course it's winter and Christmas, so that really may relate to that. But also the voice, and if a tree falls in the forest, do you hear it, or does it actually occur if no one witnesses it? So that voice and sound was coming up, and the pine tree, and the old woman, the mother, the other, the beggar and the outcast was coming up here. The egg and the I, the one, the all. Sophia's divine justice, crippling spiritual partnership or parenting. The voice, the sound, the one, the old woman, the wife, the girl, the mother, and him, the egg, was the outcast, the beggar, the other. Sophia's divine justice, to cripple, to contaminate the spiritual partnership and parenting. To spar with the Father, the I am that I am ritual, the spiritual discipline every day, and toggle up Christ's mercy ship, now renting. Okay, so to climb on board. We're open for renting right now. So don't be afraid to try it out. You don't have to stay. Just try it out. So there may be a lot of masculines out there who don't believe in God or don't believe in certain religions, and they're afraid to do this because this goes outside the scope of their religion. But this is basically the call of the divine saying, just try it out. Toggle up to Christ's mercy ship, the I am that I am, your higher self. It has nothing to do with Christianity. It has to do with oneness and universalness, that we're all of one energy, of one love. To just try it out. Meditate. It's just meditation. And see how it works for you. You don't have to stay. So I woke up this morning and I was sleepy. So I kept waking up over and over again, like every minute for 10 minutes this morning. I don't usually do that. And I restarted on doing the read, because I didn't actually read the read last night, I just started it. So we started out here with the Two of Swords reversed. So here, this bottom card, the underlying energy, is the Two of Swords reversed with the mini cards on top. And then I go 4 or 5 cards down, depending on what I'm guided to do, sometimes less. And so the Eight of Pentacles upright came up underneath, the Hermit upright, the Two of Wands upright, the Strength card upright, and the King of Swords upright underneath the Two of Swords reversed. So working Hermit, choosing a new path, being strong and courageous, either as the King of Swords or with the King of Swords, with new information or clarity coming in. So the basis of this read is all about this new information that comes in. Remember that new information can also knock you off balance, although it can give you clarity at the same time. Perhaps after dumping a load, a burden, responsibilities, or confessing a split, a lie, some BS, or that need for clarity and the full truth. After needing that, the King of Cups reversed with the Six of Cups, kids, or soulmate sharing and settling out or settling in. So the Six of Cups in this read is upright. So there's a lot of that energy of the two loving energies coming together, whether it's the inner children of the twins, whether it's your actual children coming together and actually being nice to each other and really loving each other. This can be some memories that are coming up that are very positive, nostalgia coming up, all of that positive energy coming up about love in the past and the energy between two people. So the Knight of Cups is upright with the Emperor reversed. And actually another read I'd done just before that leads me to believe the Emperor reversed was the King of Cups. So there's a Knight of Cups upright and the Emperor reversed, which actually could be a King of Cups as well. Grieving new information and clarity, perhaps with third party or a group or bad influences, and hanging out in limbo or hung out to dry, or hanging out with the Page of Swords and Page of Cups, who are both upright and doing very well. So that could be two children. The Page of Swords steps out from a ranch or stepping up to take a swing. The leprechaun hanging up their lucky boots no longer need them, with the Page of Swords and Page of Cups hanging out together. One may be a talker and the other one is a listener. The graveyard visit, perhaps visiting a relative in the graveyard, or ending pain and suffering, past the worst of it, or post-surgery, all now clear. This could be that clarity coming in to end an emotional cycle, right, to finally complete this cycle, with the Queen of Pentacles upright, dumping multiple loads and emotional attachments to a fantasy man who maybe no longer is muzzling her, no longer trying to wake them up, or now pushing them out of bed. The Dark Priestess or pink hoodie with keys, sitting in nature with bubble blowers, taunting the Queen of Pentacles upright with the keys. Or it could be a realtor with keys. If you want them, they're right here, come and get it. Or unhappy Queen of Pentacles reversed, got pushed out of, I think she's actually upright here. In the Tarot Sexual Magic, the Queen of Pentacles is upright in the read, but in the Tarot Sexual Magic, upright, she's very unhappy. So this is a different energy right here than the rest of the read in the underlying energy. The Queen of Pentacles is upright, got pushed out of her beauty rest by one with a low cleavage and a man begging the Queen of Pentacles to forgive him or wanting to suck her toes, perhaps. And she is not having it at all. That's what's coming up in that read right there. So no more at 10:57, 10 being the Wheel of Fortune, 57 being the Three of Swords, no more Barbie in a basket or drunk on the wicker chair or perfect Mary Janes. One set of big feet with ankle bracelet and feet rubbing the cat, and another set of perfect feet ripe for the taking, clear and no pets around. Or three totally different women. One Earth Mother using sex magic and cleavage, one with implants and tiara and depression, and the third princess who won't get out of bed. The second two both have a circle with a heart in it, or perhaps a ceramic made at school, so they could represent two grown children, or the Divine Masculine dumping emotional attachments no longer to be silenced by all the women around him. Happy ending comes up, and even more so here is manifestation. Letting go to repair, fix, or amend, or giving last dollar to make everyone happy in the end, instead of loving themselves first. Trying to please everyone, and you can never please everyone, and you're certainly not pleasing yourself by doing that. Happy kids or inner twins or soulmates, home or in union, overworking or not working with negative groups or bad influences or social distancing at work. The Page of Swords upright, no longer keeping their cards close to their chest, now laying their cards all out on the table, with the Page of Cups reversed to straighten them out, get them upright again at 11:07, Justice and the Chariot. The Lovers are upright here in the underlying energy, with the King of Swords reversed, dumped or overwhelmed, perhaps dumping a load or one big load, perhaps with twin, kids, or home and not working out, being a partier or being antisocial or being gossips at work. The Page of Swords upright is letting go to fix things, with the Page of Cups reversed. Fleur-de-lis, burgundy with touches of green and gold, or candy stripes or candy stripper, or letting them decorate the room any way they want to. It's like two siblings trying to work things out. Dizzying decor versus traditional or French. Perhaps the Page of Cups reversed always cries to get their way, the baby of the family. The Page of Swords is swearing they're not going to let them do it to them this time. Or the Page of Swords is just like the King of Swords reversed, who's irritated now with the Page of Cups reversed, and the Page of Swords then feels sorry for them because they get their dad more than the Page of Cups does, because they're very different. Or it's a baby who's just crying. The Page of Cups reversed receives clarity and turns right back up Remember, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And that is the rule when you're born between quarter of midnight and quarter after midnight. You're very hard to knock down because you bounce up no matter what. Page of Cups reversed. And clearly there's clearly is the page upright. So this could be someone who's like a weeble. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So this could be someone you can knock down, but it doesn't last long with this page of cups because they always bounce right back up. It's that cheerful, loving, always, loving child. This also can represent two different page of cups, one down and one up, right? So that could be any water signs or just the baby of the family as well. Or this can be twins, right? One is always the negative, one's always the positive. With an unhappy family, though, here, with the Queen of Pentacles being mad and turning it into a happy ending, the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups wanting to flip it around. Turn that frown upside down. That may be what their parents always say to them. The Page of Swords is upright, and now the Page of Cups is upright. Now they're together and hanging out. Perhaps Pisces and Gemini, or a harsh message that hurts the other's feelings, and that's why the Page of Cups was reversed. The Page of Cups is key to the happiness of the emotional cycle ending. The Nine of Swords upright, the suffering in silence, the being stressed out. At 11:19, Justice and the Sun, exposure. Looking back or going back, or no longer waiting for the ship to come in. With Hermit shedding light on the past. Clingy and insecure, or Scorpio reversed and Gemini reversed. But Cancer and Pisces are both upright here. Virgo is as well. It could be two Page of Cups, one Scorpio reversed and Cancer or Pisces upright. Or the two Pages of Cups, whoever's reversed would be the Scorpio energy, and then the upright energy could be Cancer or Pisces. Or Virgo, Cancer and Pisces, and or the Divine Feminine shedding light on Scorpio reversed, Gemini reversed, and another Virgo reversed, past, and or suffering. The Divine Feminine left behind in exile, prisoner, hostage, of the Ten of Pentacles, dysfunctional family, business, or community, or legacy, or them dealing with their loss, and the Six of Cups upright, loving kids, or twins, feeling guilt or shame about what they did, and or the Divine Masculine wanting to make up to the Divine Feminine, or an older child to a younger one, or a more masculine friend to the other more feminine friend. The foundation here is the Three of Pentacles reversed, with issues at work, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Queen of Swords upright, working it out, or hammering it out. There's an important use of hammer there. And actually it's funny because I pulled out my hammer yesterday. Or the Queen of Swords is taking over with detail work, or worker or workers, so that the King of Pentacles reversed can get a break in disconnect or at a distance, and dissatisfied healing in disconnect or at a distance, which is weighing on the King of Pentacles reversed heavily. Maybe some unhappiness or loneliness weighing on the Queen of Swords, who's speaking her truth, and healing and forgiveness is hanging over the workplace. The central energy here at the heart of things is sunshine, upright, happiness, kids, and full exposure. The cycle complete, or the world complete. Choosing a new path, or a Divine Feminine twin. The Page of Wands, only inspired by energies. It's like, instead of being taken down by negative energies, the Page of Wands here is coming up as only inspired by these difficult energies coming in, and or attacks, all right, having people gang up on them or receiving unwanted attention. But they're inspired by this coming in at home, knowing it's just their insecurities talking without the proper tools to deal with certain things. Or defenseless to manipulators, destabilizing the home life in a move or visitation, or now that the party is over. The challenge being injustice, being off balance, or Libra reversed, with sudden explosion, eruption, or epiphany, or fire. The Queen of Cups upright is between the Empress upright and the Fool upright. And the Fool is free to leap towards the Queen of Cups at night, the eclipse, or Scorpio and Cancer working it out. Scorpio Aries may have run away from the Queen of Pentacles Taurus mother, and Cancer here to mediate or bring them home again or together. Or Cancer mother dealing with Scorpio, and Aries or Taurus kids or daughters, or the Empress upright ghosted or was robbed without knowing it, and no peace and surrender, feeling injured and out in the cold, with player falling short in a twist of fate, or someone sprained their ankle, or fell trying to free themselves, or snuck out while the Empress was unaware, and the Queen of Cups upright was distracting her so they could do this. Sag reversed, Libra reversed, and Aries upright, Taurus upright, Cancer upright, Scorpio upright, all here. No more big love at the workplace, and uncomfortable with the Page of Cups, unable to express their emotions with words of the fact that they're no peace regarding a split, a divide, the lies, the BS, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help, money, or opportunity, or never learns their lesson, with the Queen of Cups upright, focusing on the Page of Wands with issues at work, or teacher's pet at work or school, and the injustice of it all. Leo upright, Libra reversed, perhaps dealing with kids at work. Now, Five of Cups is upright, grieving loss, regret, and the Queen of Wands, Aquarius, with issues at work, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, dumping a load, a burden, or responsibilities, or confessing that they need help after a fight, with the Page of Cups reversed. That could be two kids fighting, Page of Pentacles and Page of Cups. And that could be, Page of Pentacles coming up as a Capricorn here, but it doesn't have to be. It can be any earth sign or just any ungrounded child. And the Page of Cups, again, water signs. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or just a child who's very emotional or detached, or someone who cries a lot. So at 11:48, which is Justice and the Eight of Cups, and it's coming up reversed in this read in uncomfortable energies. Now implementing a plan to remove the mask, drop the facade, break the pattern, or perhaps let yourself trip up if necessary and grieve the loss. Two living together but at a distance, or two at a distance but close. Two in physical distance may be upset without each other, and one's together unable to work it out, or at least one thinking of another while with someone else, or upset with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, dysfunction or loss. Grounding and integrating an offer or message, and uncomfortable with the King of Wands, he's upright, offering time, money, and effort, or payoff, or a loan, or a new life, to Taurus reversed, or to end a marriage or contract, or donating to the spiritual community, or to people who think outside the box, or those grieving a loss or regret, so wanting to be charitable. That could be someone giving to charity as well. So the Queen of Wands, Hierophant reversed, and the King of Wands upright, both the King and Queen are upright here, but the Hierophant reversed is between them, feeling guilty. It's like the King of Wands is feeling guilty, not the Queen of Wands. She may be upset with him, but she's upright. King of Wands upright, feeling guilty. So when he does, he buys things or gives them money to make himself feel better. It's not really to make them feel better. It's to make him feel better so nobody's angry with him or no one hates him. There's no surprise here, or no dinner made, or there's no thoughtful surprise of someone making somebody else dinner for a change. And Capricorn, Page of Pentacles reversed, waving or with temptation to drop the ball, with the Six of Cups, nostalgic memories, or the Knight of Pentacles, workhorse, offering help at the workplace, with issues about third party or social distancing, or no affection or a breakup, with hostage or their hands tied, with the devil, the shadow, the web of lies, or the online trap. Or Capricorn, Knight of Pentacles, and Taurus, Page of Pentacles, the Knight's upright, the Page is reversed. That could be Taurus with Queen of Cups upright and Page of Wands upright as well, with an issue at work, being strong with the injustice, or Libra reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, offering help with issues at work and bad influences, gossiping, or social distancing, and lack of affection or human touch, making people feel imprisoned. Queen of Wands and King of Wands, with no surprise, with nostalgic memories of offering a new life, or sleeping with, or getting in bed with the devil, the shadow, the Capricorn, without lover, in prison. Soon as the Five of Swords reversed, that post-war energy, or a growth spurt, free to leap suddenly from the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups, or Scorpio to Cancer, connected to Taurus, or the Empress, suddenly blowing their top, their crown, their cover, or their mind at 12:06, where the snow began to fall, 12 being the hangman, 6 being the lovers, and my son literally right there said, "Mom, look, it's snowing outside." So this is our first snow here in the Philadelphia area for us anyway. The suddenly blowing their top, their crown, their cover, or their mind, the Queen of Pentacles being strong or pacifying the beast, whether it's an animal or your own inner beast, the patient angel of higher love, powerless and dependent on the Page of Swords message or spreading the word. And that could be advertising. And a big thing about reputation was coming up in this read too today. Or Leo and Sagittarius dependents or pets are playing ball or playing catch, or receiving a message that stresses them out, or of suffering in silence of the patient angel taking one step at a time. Or here there's two angels, unhappy alone each. The Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed always represent the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Perhaps one with Leo in their chart and one with Sagittarius in their chart, or the Page of Pentacles and Libra, or the Knight of Swords, or all interconnected into a square here with loops, which was the symbol that came up the other day. I'm blanking out on the name now, but it's the square that at each corner loops around. Leo or pet connects the Knight of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. The Fool or Aries connects the Epiphanies to the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups upright connects the Fool or Aries and Empress or Taurus, and also to the High Priestess, Pisces or Divine Feminine, ending the war with the Knight of Swords connected to Leo or Sag dependence. The Divine Masculine seeing himself as the Ascension world, not sleeping and rising above, or awake and coming out on the journey with good news, success, attention, and leading the way through and past the unhappy Queen of Pentacles to the higher self, seeing synchronicities, options, and heaven in his eyes in a heated exchange. As the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor reversed, and Justice reversed, or the injustice of those two together or not getting along, or two grown men who have no idea what to do with the child, the Page of Pentacles reversed, in need of help, money, or opportunity, or never learns their lesson or needs help with their homework. Or the Emperor reversed and Justice reversed are two red coat opportunists, or schools, businesses, and justice system all in need of help. Or the Divine Masculine walking away from a tainted situation with the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Emperor reversed and the Judge reversed, or Aries and Libra both reversed, or awakened to Ascension world while they were present to witness, right? So the Divine Masculine awakening while these people witness it, so it really throws them for a loop. The Divine Masculine in Pisces energy, or the Divine Feminine in the 5D world. He's coming up in that energy. Also important here is the movie I watched last night, which was, now I can't remember. My mind doesn't hold on to things very well, but the movie last night was about a mom in a poor neighborhood who refused to let her son go back to the school he was in that was really dangerous, and he wasn't learning a thing. So she'd gotten him into another school and then couldn't afford to pay the bills. So then, because she couldn't get him into that school and into a safe place to learn, she then pursued going into her state of representative and into Congress and actually made changes for the system. So this is very important. The health of our children and their education is going to be coming up in the public eye. And loving yourself first, new love, and calling in your soulmate was coming up here for the Divine Masculine. Or the school system highlighted in politics and justice systems in need of help. Again, the movie last night. No longer waiting for politicians to fix things, leading the way to do it yourself. A Divine Masculine, or how they're seen, is the higher self, which is their twin, hanging out or in limbo, fully exposed, energized, and or with children, or Capricorn and Leo. Losing battle of Page of Cups, message of love, and ascension, and a bold move to move or travel or ascend to the sun, or vacate or vacation. The block here for the Divine Masculine is the prison and anxiety or fear they experience by calling out, announcing, judging, a wake-up call to wake up the dead and dysfunctional overall with the financial system. So this being the divine masculines afraid of repercussions of speaking their truth, of making these announcements, and needing to get past that. The Page of Swords spreading the word, or stepping up to the plate, and kids now leading the way. Parenting comes up here in spiritual partnership, but even more so for the masculine is domestic harmony, which isn't just about your house, it's about your inner body. Are you at peace within yourself? The new passion ignited to burn the past, lovers out in the cold, but together at last. Olive branch or blueberry branch extended from twisted pillar to twisted pillar without the tiny violin. Shadow work with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands surrounding, inspiring or inspired by third party through work, being strong in the face of injustice. The web, the grid, the shadow of grief, the High Priestess or Pisces or secret, ending the war with the messenger of truth rushing in, or the knight in shining armor, reflecting her PTSD. Caught in a web of lies, guilt or grief, alone or unhappy with dysfunction of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and a bold move to ascend past and break those patterns, dumping rocks and looking back at the King of Swords upright, now receiving the Ace of Wands from the Knight of Cups upright, and then the Knight of Cups walking away, but just to return with an even bigger cup of love, the Holy Grail at 1232, which is the Hangman and the Journeyman, the Six of Wands. So at 10:57, oh, I did that page already. At 12:33 is the Hangman and the 33, the Christ vibration, the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself, taking the high ground. And I wrote there that the snow had stopped, but it hadn't stopped. It just was so light that I could barely see it. It was still snowing. The Lovers, the King of Swords reversed, overwhelming to him, or perhaps feeling dumped, but the Lovers is upright here, sharing with the Hermit, moving, traveling, ascending, and healing and forgiving, while grounding and integrating a message of love. Clearly, the Three of Pentacles reversed has issues, ascending to their higher self, or traveling to the twin, while the suffering and silence has been exposed. The challenge being injustice of post-war growth spurt, going from frog to prince. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. So that was coming up. Imprisoned with anxiety and fear, grieving loss, regret, and the shadow, loneliness. But I was just getting lioness, the shadow loneliness, and the dysfunction of the family, business, and community, and hanging in limbo or hung out to dry, not surrendering, but actually dumping the rocks and looking back. Clearly suffering in silence, the Page of Cups reversed, feeling rejected or neglected, vulnerable and shy, or the opposite end, the spoiled and entitled, who just cries to get their way, the baby of the family. With issues at work, no job, or leaving, or third party through work, exposed, fully energized, happy kids, the challenge being the injustice of grief and not letting go. The cycle completes and the world becomes whole as the divine feminine ascension, or the divine masculine boldly going where no man has ever gone before. Post-war and growth spurt to his higher self, hostage of shadow web and darkness, temptation, loneliness, dissatisfaction, and dysfunction of family, business, and communities, dropping the ball, looking or going back to the King of Swords, doing all the receiving and ignoring offers of passion and big love. But suddenly, the King of Swords is now in his truth. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. And then it was, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. So there's your read, and Spirit's connecting with me. I'm going to pull a few cards for you. Let's see what the energy deck has to say. Oh, I didn't show you the pictures, sorry. There's my brain. I want to say, that's my, what is it, don't wear it out? I'm saying that's my brain, don't wear it out, but I know that's not the saying. So this is the main read here with the SIRIAN Starseed deck, and then here's the full read in front of you. Okay. All right, so for the energy deck, For everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all that's concerned, and where are we? 34, 50. 34 is the Eight of Wands, 50 is the Ten of Cups. That's really nice energy. But both of those cards actually were reversed in this read. But the Eight of Wands reversed was coming up as that heated exchange, which normally would be a negative exchange unless it's that heated exchange between the masculine and feminine that is natural between them. And then the Ten of Cups reversed could be the ending of an emotional cycle that needed to end. But that would then be the unhappy ending, whereas the Ten of Cups upright would be the happy ending that the masculine wants to achieve so that nobody will dislike him or so that nobody will be angry with him. So there's some fears or wounds for the masculine around this. You know, needing to please everybody so that everyone will like him. And of course that can be the wounds of being famous or in the public eye, or even as a warrior getting taken down or killed for being authentic. All right, so for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know and learn about this twin flame read for the divine masculine? And let's clear all blockages, positive energy flow in all chakra systems, auric systems, grounding and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what is our takeaway from this read? Take another deep breath. Okay, indecision again. There's that foundation of the root chakra with the red and the feeling confused on which way to go. Which way do I go now? Do I go into the masculine or feminine? Which way do I go? To go through the forest to hear the tree fall, or to get to grandmother's house where it may or may not be safe? We have the 12 here. There's another card coming up too. The 12 here of being on path. And this is saying when you feel confused and you don't know which way to go, just stay on path. You don't have to make this decision right now, or go take a nap. 12 is the hangman. Just hang out and see a new perspective. Just allow it to come to you. Don't have to use your mental capacities so strongly anymore. All you need to do is connect with your higher self and it will tell you. The third card that comes up here is the 37, which is the King of Cups, the unconditional love. And this is all about the solar plexus and your confidence, shining your light, allowing it to glow. And this is very much about the gold of the Christ consciousness, the unity consciousness. To let go of the indecision, just follow your path, take a walk, hang out, or take a nap. Okay, or go into prayer, because this is like the Garden of Prayer from Thomas Kincaid. And then go into unconditional love, where then you will regain your confidence to make these kind of decisions. Okay? So don't be afraid when you disconnect. Just go back in and connect with higher self. Just allow. And when you still can't get the answer, then sleep on it. And it will always come. There will always be a day where then you are inspired again. When you don't know what to do, then rest and take a break. The bottom of the deck is the sun. Go out in the sun and get some rays. Take a walk, meditate, connect with nature. Nature, sun, and meditation. Or perhaps get in a bath, salt bath, to clear your aura. Let's see what else we have under here. Oh, this is bringing up, I had a session last night, and one of the things I saw, which is reminding me of this, it wasn't the sun, it was the Grim Reaper, but it was the hood of the Grim Reaper with like a little baby face inside of the hood, struggling to come out of the Grim Reaper. And it was a little boy that finally jumped out. But I'm getting that same energy from the sun here with the face inside of it. The energy needing to jump out of it. I'm also getting the child that, I don't know if you remember the triangles I put up on one post about as above, so below. So in the triangles of the masculine and feminine triangles, if as above, so below, then the father and mother have the child, then above is like the Christos Sophia with the child as the God energy, and here's the sun with the child's face in it. And beneath that is the woman holding a heart, the 44, the master and grounding and integrating of love, especially her allowing herself to receive love and pamper herself. So that's the underlying energy going in, is the feminine. It's very feminine here, the feminine pampering herself. And then here is the cards that came out for the masculine, about him, his indecision, and not trying to control everything so much. Just let it go. Go back into your higher self. Keep walking on your path. Meditate or take a salt bath or whatever. However a masculine wants to do it. It may be different for the masculine and feminine in how they connect with their higher self. All right, so let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say. And we'll do a Journey of Love card today as well. It's 4033, which is the Page of Cups, who is very significant today. And the 33 again of the Christ vibration, which has to do with unity consciousness, that it is not about a religion. And if you notice my table, this is all about all the different religions, because anything that helps you be a better version of yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's no need for competition, because we're all of one energy. No matter what religion it is, there's no one better than the other, because we're all that same oneness of energy. So this is I have Moses over here, we have Jesus over there, we have lots of Buddhas around there. I even have the Good Witch of the East. What's her name? Glenda. And Atlas on the table as well. Okay, so here we go. The Joker comes up. So now look at this card. This is important because in this card it's different, because these are a bunch of kids who are afraid to see where they're going. Or this also could be someone getting in an accident. This could be kids learning how to drive, right? The Joker. Because usually the Joker or the Fool has an open heart and is free to leap, and they don't leap in fear. They could leap ignorantly and fall off a cliff, but they're not in fear, the Joker. The Joker just lives vicariously through their own heart. Oh my gosh, look. This has never happened before. The two Jokers back to back. The red and the black of it. There is no difference, you see? You can call it, right, a spade. Here we are in a card deck. Call a spade. Whether it's black or red, they're exactly the same. It's fear. I was just talking about religion, why my guides are bringing this up. Anything that causes fear in you is a lie, because the only truth is love. And love and fear are two separate categories. You can't be in one with the other. If you're in fear, there's no love. If you're in love, there is no fear. So here are people in fear. It doesn't matter what color you are, black or red. It's still fear. It's not love. And again, this is representing the twins as well. The twins' ascensions, together with people who may be bad influences around them, because they're all in fear. Even Scooby's in fear there. But remember too, I'm trying to get it so it's not so light like that. This also can represent, though, that the masculine and feminine are the vehicle of ascension. And here are all the people you're carrying with you in fear. Or teaching them to drive so that they won't be in fear, because there may be a learning sphere there, learning curve. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is like the Two of Wands reversed. Either feeling like you're out of options, or you have chosen a new path but unable to implement it right now, or you have chosen a path but there's something in the way, and that's fear that's coming up here. The fear of the implementation of it. And there's the Six of Clubs next, the Six of Wands next reversed. And that has to do with doing things under the radar or feeling like a failure. Not the fear of failure. There we go. So the fear of failure is coming up here, that you won't achieve your destination. So stop looking for a destination and just be in the moment. The bottom of the deck is the number 5, the 5 of Cups, which is the people who are grieving loss, regret, guilt, and shame, and the past. And they're offering a hand. This is literally misery loves company. And what did we just see? Misery loves company. So let go of that idea. Don't hang out with people who want to be miserable. Find a new group to hang out with, right? And the 9 of, this is the surrender. Surrendering to offer your hand, but do not drop your energy to the misery loves company. Stay positive and happy, even if they're miserable. Allow them to rise to your energy as opposed to dropping into theirs. That is the message. All right, let's see with, and you're going to get a lot of practice now because it's the holidays. You're going to be around people a lot more than you have been all year. And so it's reminding you your spiritual practice every day. Well, now from the journey of love, let's see what comes up. Right? Don't feed into the talking about other people and the gossip, you know. Or someone talking about their woes and then you saying, being all loving and hugging them. And instead of feeding into that, be loving. But then, but don't sink into a whole conversation about that. Just change the topic, be positive, or walk away if they refuse to change their perspective or refuse to be happy or at least try to be happy. Allow them to rise up to your energy, not allowing them to bring you down to their depression or their gossip or their anger. All right, here is the journey of love for you guys. Oh, 2 cards. One flipped up to the bottom here. That should be the underlying energy. She is the moon 21, which is the world. And this is a very shy, feminine energy. It's kind of Kim Kardashian-ish. And then another card's coming out, 69, the contemplation, which is also very much that same kind of feminine energy. I want to show you in a second. And then, wait, hold on, I think they want me to count some cards. Hold on. Hold on, they keep coming. All right, that's it. I have a lot of cards to count. The bottom of the deck now is the Swan, which is 67, the Knight of Pentacles. Right, and the Swan is very pure and very simple to understand. What's underneath that is the Yin Yang Lover, the 8 of the dance, and then purifying it, making it more simple. And then we have these 2 coming out, and they're literally like 2 women, right? Misery loves company. Both feeling, this one feeling shy, this one depressed about something, and then feeding into each other's unhappiness instead of just allowing each to do it on their own and then come together in a happier vibration. Okay, there's nothing wrong with grieving or feeling your pain, but we perpetuate it by going out to get attention about the suffering. Right? Instead, let's go into higher vibration and let them come out of their suffering to meet us at our happiness, to make them feel better. So the 69 of the Ace of Pentacles and the 21 of the World. So this would be a completion cycle. And then here is the offering of a new start and contemplating how to go from this sad cycle. I was just getting sad sack too. To go into this new cycle, contemplating this new life. What you want for your new life from here. So I also got a whole bunch of cards they want me to count that started with becoming. Who do you want to become? With the 34, that exchange of energy. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Very interesting. That's the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is the one who rushes in passionately. And the bottom of this is the Heart of God. 9 is the Hermit. So we started this packet off with the 34 of becoming and the 8 of Wands, that energetic exchange, and then going within is the Hermit, the Heart of God, becoming God. Going within. Right? Allowing yourself to live again. And the 25 is all about inspiring movement. Because not just the Page of Wands, who's then like a young boy, very inspired and excited about something. The Knight of Wands then has movement. They've matured. They're able to go out and get them, right? To go get the girl, right? That's that energy. It's just, and I'm getting this too. This is like the woman's, this is like the divine feminine sitting, and now she's starting to move and get up. And just as she changes to go into the new cycle, that's when the Knight of Wands rushes in to bring her up to that more positive energy. Very interesting. So I'm going to read to you, she is the moon, 21. And remember that we're coming up upon the solar eclipse with the moon. So let's see, 21. And I just flipped open a Heart of God too. So that's very important there, of course, as always. 21. She is the moon. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen, rather than getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of the gardener who consults the lunar calendar. The right timing, promoting growth. Planting when there's fertile soil, and allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. You're being asked to check in with your timing. Is now the time for action or for rest? It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you're unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you're waiting for more light to reveal the way as the moon grows full. All things come in time. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough, or is happening quickly and you're unsure if you're really ready, be assured all is well. If something's not clear to you and you'd like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Don't worry, don't try to force the insight. Just be with what is happening right now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself, just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of the deepest night. And the poem reads, Waiting. These moments are precious like jewels on the crown of life. They beckon my heart, forming memories that sparkle with joy, and like the longing of a sweet caress, they draw me near, melting into one, showing what is possible on the journey of life, waiting for the season's change. The second card that came up with that is 69, Contemplation. And that one reads, within you there is a question arising. When you get the question right, the answer will be self-evident. But you have to plunge your consciousness deep within to find the right question, to articulate it clearly and understand what it is that you are really asking. That question within you is actually a divine gift of awakening. It is your future awakened self waiting to be found and calling to you too. Let the question arise through dreams, dance, meditation, sleep, yoga, time in nature, swimming in the ocean, bathing in aromatherapy bath, or receiving a hot stone massage. The question holds within it the next unfolding petal of the lotus of your being. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter into the mystery of your life and your being, and allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining, or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only a feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity and perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there is a conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. The poem reads, patterns break through the night, in beams of light awakening, memories of walking on sand, moments, waves replace, waiting for another passerby, reflections, time to look outward in, to find those hidden spaces, residing alone, waiting for a twin soul, waiting for myself. Okay. make sure you drink your water and get your rest. Pamper yourself. Get your joy, get your nature. However that works for you. And it was just 54:45, which is the Page of Swords and the Five of Cups, the grieving card, right? The loss, the regret, the guilt, the shame, and the past. And the message that you have to bring about what you've experienced at 55, the truth. Okay? So, rise and be loved, you guys. I will see you very soon. Have an amazing day and night. Be good to yourselves, and rise and be loved. Talk to you later.